Your iPhone works perfectly fine. The battery holds charge. The camera is sharp. Every app opens instantly. Nothing is broken. And yet, this September, something strange is going to happen to you. You're going to start noticing that the screen looks a little dull. The edges feel a little dated. A device that felt brand new 12 months ago will suddenly feel embarrassing. You didn't change. Your phone didn't break. But something changed. And here's the part nobody tells you. That feeling was engineered, planned, budgeted for, and it's been running on you your entire adult life. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is a business model. And it's 100 years old. The year is 1924. The 5 largest car manufacturers in the world sit down together. And they have a problem. Not competition. Not quality. Not supply. Their problem is that people were buying cars and keeping them. Refrigerators that lasted 20 years. Radios that never broke. Cars that ran for a decade and a half. And companies were terrified. Because a customer who doesn't need to replace something is a customer who stops spending. So General Motors CEO Alfred Sloan came up with a solution. He called it planned obsolescence. And he described it in one sentence: making the consumer dissatisfied with what they have. Not by breaking it. Not by making it worse. By making them feel like it was already old. So GM introduced something radical, the annual model change. Every year a new design. New colors. Subtle differences. Not because engineering required it, but because seeing last year's model next to this year's model made you feel behind. Henry Ford called it wasteful. GM called it genius. GM won. And by the 1950s, every major American industry had adopted the same playbook. Cars. Televisions. Washing machines. The entire consumer economy rebuilt itself around one insight. People don't replace things because they're broken. They replace them because they feel outdated. Now fast forward to 2007. Apple launches the iPhone. And they don't just sell a phone. They build a replacement cycle. Every September. Same psychological pattern. Slightly thinner. New camera buzzword. Pro suffix. New colors chosen to make last year's model look wrong. But here's where Apple took Sloan's idea and made it surgical. They don't just release new phones. In 2017, Apple was caught deliberately slowing down older iPhones through a software update. Their explanation was battery management. The lawsuit cost them $500 million. They paid it, and the upgrade cycle continued. Because the math works, Apple services revenue, subscriptions, iCloud, App Store, needs users on modern devices. A customer on a 5-year-old phone is a low-value customer. A customer upgrading every 2 years is the business model. Every iOS update that runs slightly worse on your 2-year-old phone is not an accident. It is a nudge. But phones are obvious. Here's the version that almost nobody sees coming. In 2010, Adobe sold Photoshop for a one-time payment of $600. You bought it. You owned it. You could use it forever. In 2013, they switched to a subscription. $50 a month. Year 1, $600. Same as before. Year 5, $3,000. For the same software. And here's the real trap. The moment you cancel, your files become inaccessible. You don't just lose the tool. You lose access to your own work. This model spread everywhere. Microsoft, Spotify, Netflix. The entire software industry rebuilt itself around one insight. A customer who owns something can stop paying. A customer who rents something never can. Ownership became the enemy of revenue. So they quietly ended it. Here is the number I want you to actually feel. The average American buys a new smartphone every 2.7 years. In the year 2000, consumers